Right, welcome back. Last tutorial we drew the plot. Now we put a building inside it. Grab the building tool from the bottom toolbar and you've got three modes to draw with: rectangle, freeform and centerline. Rectangle and freeform behave the same way under the hood. Pick whichever fits the footprint you're drawing. Rectangle gives you a clean square aligned to the cardinal directions: north-south, east-west, useful when you're sketching a regular volume. Freeform lets you click out a polyline by hand for anything else: an L shape, a courtyard, an angled site. Once you've drawn a freeform building, click it to select. Drag the roof up or down to add or remove stories. Drag any face to push or pull it in or out. The bottom of screen Smart Action hint reminds you: press Alt while dragging a face to split it. Click an edge to move it on its own. And while you're dragging an edge, hold Shift to move it freely, or press F to fillet that corner. And just like the plot tool, you can click the midpoint of an edge to add a node, or remove an edge entirely if you want to simplify. The blue readout box you saw with plots is here too. While you're dragging a face or edge, tap to type a precise number, and the building snaps to it. Now, two Smart Action shortcuts that make designing buildings on a real site much faster. First, cursor orientation. By default, your drawing cursor is locked to the project's coordinate system: north-south, east-west. But if your plot is at an angle to that grid, which most plots are, hover over a plot edge and press Option. The cursor now snaps to that edge's orientation. Draw, and your new building lines up with the plot, not with the page. Same trick works for any building face. If you want a second building parallel to a facade you've already drawn, say a courtyard arrangement or a row of buildings, hover that facade, press Option and start drawing. The cursor locks to that facade's angle, so the second building lines up clean. No protractors required. Freeform buildings can also be split into separate volumes. Say, you want different floor heights or roof types in different parts of the same massing. Select the Split Building action, hover the footprint, click to split, and the building cuts in two. From here you can drag each rooftop independently, push and pull each section's facades, and treat them as separate volumes that share an edge. Each split section is its own footprint. Spacio calls these control curves. To select just one of them, hold Ctrl and click on it. With one selected, the gimbal handle appears, and you can freely move that piece of the building on its own. Once a building's been split, you've got two more options worth knowing. Explode separates the building into two genuinely independent buildings, useful when the design has diverged enough that they should live as separate objects. Simplify goes the other way. It merges the control curves back into a single building. One catch with Simplify: it only works when both halves of the building have the same number of floors. You can also draw two buildings over each other. Their floor area won't duplicate. And you can merge them from the Smart Actions in the bottom too. Now the third mode, Centerline. Instead of drawing the outline of the building, you draw a single line down its middle, and Spacio extrudes the volume around it. Useful for narrow buildings, terraces, slabs, walls. Trace the centerline. Press Shift while drawing if you want to anchor the centerline to one edge instead of running it down the middle. Click to set the last point, then drag to set the depth and height. Centerline buildings can also be cut with the scissors. The behavior is simpler than freeform. Cuts always run perpendicular to the centerline. Straight slices only, no angles. After a cut, you can slide each section along the centerline freely. There's a trade-off though. Centerline buildings don't push and pull on the facade like freeform does. You can't reshape them face by face. What you can do is change the depth. Click any facade and drag, and the whole building gets wider or thinner around the centerline. If a centerline building's geometry isn't quite right and you need more flexibility, you can convert it to freeform and then push, pull and reshape any face like you would on any other freeform volume. The conversion only goes one way though. Once you've gone freeform, you can't go back to centerline. When the volume's right, the property settings let you customize how the building actually looks: facade style, set per story. Here, I'll change the first story to a grid facade, do the same on the second, and set the remaining stories to chessboard. Different floors, different feel. You can layer up the design quickly. Same panel, facade thickness, color per story, story heights, all editable, all per story if you want them to be. And the roof has its own properties, pitched, flat, green or mansard. Pick one and the building updates instantly. Each one feels different in the model, so worth trying a few. And if your building has multiple roof sections, say it's been split, hold Control to select one roof at a time and set its type independently. We'll go deeper on property settings and other building tricks in an upcoming video. Start designing for free at spacio.ai. See you there.